G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 24 of my Beginner's Fire Pets Cabalist playthrough. Last episode we got up to the gates of Malmouth, and this episode we'll be heading into the city. So let's get to it, and before we technically push forwards, I want to go back a little bit, because there are some ascended mages back here usually, and I just want to kill them just in case they happen to have helmets, because I want their hats. Can't get their heads, unfortunately, and it doesn't look like they had hats. I'll be honest, I wasn't really expecting them to have the Ascended hood, Ascended cowl that I'm looking for, but every single one of them that you don't kill will not drop it, so you do have to kill them to get the drop, unfortunately. There's a hood, that's the wrong one, which is very unfortunate. Ooh, this guy looks juicy. Give me something nice. Conduit and the shoulder guards. Shoulder guards of caged souls. Okay. Let's see if I can put those on because they look really, really nice. And I guess we should get out of the goop as well. We can resummon him. There are some mages up here as well. Usually there'll be a pack here and there'll be a pack in that building just down there. So if you really want to farm them, that is a viable way of doing it. Unfortunately, old mate here is not a mage, and so he's just going to give me some random blueprint. Also, we are level 84, so we now have access to mythical set pieces. Obviously, this one no good for us, but we can definitely get some nice stuff now. The level 84 blue and purple items, generally speaking, are the highest level versions of them, and so they may be worth hanging on to forever. Okay. So, Mighty of Caged Souls. This has more armor. This has different resistances. +3 to Soul Harvest is actually pretty good, and the +3 to Summon Blight Fiend is okay. So, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, if I put this on, what happens to my resistances? Nothing. They're all still capped, which means I actually don't need that Silk Swatch. Having said that, there's not a huge amount of stuff that I would put there anyway. So I may just melt that for the Silk Swatch and just use it. We will be replacing them with the Elite Coven Lifebinder stuff, which if we just go down here, we'll be buying this stuff pretty soonish, level 90, yeah. Basically the +2s become +3s and just number get bigger across the board. So these are really good. This chest will be one we're going for, and actually I'm just going to check the rolls on that because I think those resistance rolls are 1% off perfect. So just give me 1 second. Elite Coven Lifebinder. I've just jumped onto Grim Tools, and 43 is the max roll, but those are not bad. And what do we got here? 7 to 9% offensive ability, 20. You know what? That's kind of pretty good. That's good enough. What do we got on the shoulders as well? As long as I'm checking. Alright, so attack speed is 7 to 9. This is a low roll. Minimum roll on attack speed for the pets. Minimum roll on stun resist for the pets. Perfect roll on the vitality, and the aether roll is kind of mid. Yeah, I think I'll leave that one for now. But the rest of this seems pretty good. Okay, let's just vendor this since we're in the area.
See you around.
And I guess I need to get my boys back. And I'm also over on skill points here. So we'll go and get that back.
That skill's not ready.
Get the boys out. They're all going to disappear again as soon as I take this point out, so that was a waste of time.
Safe journey.
Anyway, it is what it is. We could definitely get some points in Soul Harvest, but I think from memory I was doing Spectral Binding, so we'll chuck points in there. Definitely want to get some more defenses online. Having a whole bunch of extra health is really going to help. Okay, let's actually push forward. Been waffling for 5 minutes now and killed a handful of things. So let's go ahead and actually do this. I think we can my character can figure out how ramps work, we can maybe skip past a few of these. I do want to be killing all of the guys with stars above their heads, because this is Malmouth, what do they call it? Malmouth Resistance Reputation, I believe. Yeah, I want to get that maxed out kind of as soon as I can. Although having said that, I don't generally use the XP pots. I think this time they're going to be quite useful because we are going to be level, or we're going to be finished the campaign well before level 100. So may end up having to use some XP pots. I'm running into the goop here, but I was doing it knowing that I was running into the goop and watching my health bar. Alright, there is, if you run down this way, there's some more loot. I'm going to leave it for now. If you run off that little knobby bit on the map there, you'll be able to find, pretty sure it's a body and a chest, but there's two things to loot there. I'm just going to skip them for now. This is probably why I'm going to finish the campaign and still not be level 100. It's because I'm running past things like that. Although I don't think there's any potential spawns down there. We are definitely leaving XP on the table by running past all this stuff. And I'm kind of okay with it. Seems I'm lost though. Here we go. Alright, jump on in. Haven't seen any heroes or bosses or anything in here yet. I would like to see a couple. I would like to kill a couple. Mostly for the reputation, but also just because I like loot, and potentially they can drop some nice loot. We can't quite get the level 94 sets yet, so I can't get Pieces of Lost Souls or anything as fun as that. But we can, like I mentioned, get some nice stuff now. And potentially replacements for my gloves and boots, which are not using monster infrequents. Okay, I think we can skip all the wormy boys, and we'll head up here. This area does quite often have some heroes. It doesn't look like it this time. Although if I go up that way, I may be able to find some. I might do that. See if I can find something with a star above its head to kill. And computer says no. Okay, well, we're just going to block this bridge off. Or at least attempt to. And we'll kill all this off. This is pretty good XP as well. Leave all the goop on the ground. And we have made it to the Malmouth hideout. Or the Malmouth Resistance hideout. Alright. Let's eat our conversation pie. Black Legion's on its way. Why'd you have to say it like that? It sounds like a threat. Okay, and this is... it's not the most important part of the run, but it is... It feels like a very important part of the run, because we are getting access to a whole bunch of mage spawns just outside the doors here. And they have a hat that I want. One of them has to have the hat. Affixes on my current one. Preserving of the Aether. Of the Aether is literally doing nothing, and preserving, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure what that does. I think it's going to be the energy regen. Let's actually check that. I've got Grim Tools up on my other screen, or the side of my other screen. Okay, preserving is the vitality resistance, which apparently I did need. How did I miss that? Okay, we were definitely not capped. What would I be losing here? Nothing. Okay. Now I'm back to extras. Alright, fine. I'll fix it again. It's fine. We'll just use the reputation item all the way to 90, and it's going to be fine. I don't need to talk to you, although I definitely do still need the shoulders. 8%, 24%. Good resistances there, though. You know what? That's kind of good enough. We'll just grab that.
I sense turmoil within you.
There we go. 2 free skill points, and we can chuck those straight in there. Now we do have to resummon all of the everythings. Skellies, yeah, missing 2. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now 7% over on vitality resistance. Once I put these on, I will be, is that 19? I'll be 26% over, which means I would be 2% uncapped if I swap that helmet out. That'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Worst case, I'll take off one of the blooded crystals and put on a vitality resistance roll, something like that. I think I've still got. Nope, I don't still have the rings, but I can go get another ring. It'll be fine. Right, so out here, I am looking for mages. I mean, technically, I'm looking for wagons, but actually looking for mages. So these guys down here, I'm going to find them, and I'm going to kill them. Because, as I said, they have my hat, and I want it back. Alright, you guys are not mages, these guys are mages, so I want to kill these guys. Okay. I get excited every time I see an MI drop from a mage, and it's always either the wrong hat or it's not a hat. That's fine. This is beginning to feel a lot like Perdition, as Ascended Pauldrons. Oh, we've got a Myrmidon here. Get him. Didn't drop anything, unfortunately. The big downside of these Monster Frequent helmets is that, as far as I'm aware, they don't have any heroes or bosses, I think they're called, with the skull above their head that drop them. So I've just got to kind of kill a whole bunch of them, and eventually it'll drop. We will go and see if Nico here has decided to choose life today, or if he wants to commit suicide by main character. We will see. I never did get around to resummoning those skeletons. Alright, are you going to live today, or do you want to die? I don't mean any harm. I'm not a monster. I can get you. What choice do you have? Yep, get in the Rift Gate. So today he's chosen not to die. The last time I came through here, he definitely committed suicide by main character. When you choose to attack the player, you're pretty much going to lose every time. Right, don't see any mages here. I think there's some in like a street battle up ahead, so they'll be good to get rid of. And there's a few points throughout the city that I'll try and remember to point them out as we get to them. One of them being near the... is it the arcane supplies or the weapon supplies? One of them has a decent stash of mages right next to it. So we can kill them. Flesh Warped, kind of don't care. Alright, out onto the street. There should be some mages just up this way. Looks like we got ambushed from behind. That's alright. We'll be okay. I didn't pick up the quests for these, did I? Here's the mages coming out of the building. Fortunately, no loot for me. I'm kind of hoping at this point that I can pick up the quest and already have the wagons exploded, have them count. Looks like nope. Possibly my pets wouldn't have attacked them, or I wouldn't have been able to attack them without the quest. So it does look like I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit. Let's just get that done. It's going to be running straight down here. Awesome, we've got the ancient Aether Warp Totem there. Love to see that. Or at least I do. I think we should be able to go across this bridge and get the wagon I need. At least in theory. Alright, I am noting a distinct lack of wagons. I may have to exit the menu and come back in, and that's fine. Just provides me another opportunity to kill a whole bunch of mages. Oop, that's the wrong button. That one. There we go. Alright, well, there's one wagon, so we'll go get that one. That was the northern. Yeah, okay, so that's going to be the first one. There'll be another one over here and another one kind of down here-ish, and it'll just work out. It'll be great. Before we get to the wagon, though... Ooh, mages. The yellow ones are the ones you want to kill, like the Myrmidons and the Spellbreakers, I think it is. They're the ones you want to kill. Okay, turn the loot off so I can see what's going on. Apparently I'm trapped standing here, so we will use the old movement skill to get out of that. This is what I'm really after. Malmouth resistance, reputation. Okay, health is ticking down because I'm standing in the goop. Beast Caller's Cowl. If you were playing a Conjurer, you'd be very happy to see that blueprint. Is that the low-level version? I think it is. Yeah, level 68. That's fine. None of this looks like anything that I'm going to be wearing, so we'll just grab it all. Volcanum is actually pretty good. If you're looking for max resistances for Lokar, that is one really good way to get it. Ooh, mages. I'm not sure how I didn't get that particular lore note. I usually come through here on a playthrough. Actually, usually I go down that way. That's why I didn't get it. Can I get back there? I can, but why do I want to? I can keep the treasure trove that's over there. We've got bigger fish to fry, and by fish, I mean giant golems guarding the gate. And by fry, I mean... Well, actually fry, because we do mostly fire damage. Okay, definitely taking a beating here. Apparently some of my pets died there too, so that is unusual. Alright, let's get up here so we can go across this way. Head over to the gates and kill... Is it Bolag? I think it's Bolag. Horrible with names, you know this. Yep, there's Bolag. Push all of the Make My Pets Stronger buttons. Resummon the skeletons, who are apparently not stronger anymore. Quite strange that they're taking so much damage. I'm going to have a look at the pet resistances I have here in a moment, because they don't normally die this quickly in Ultimate. Normally they're a lot more sturdy. Okay, what do we got? Bleeding, we're not really taking bleeding damage at the moment, but Aether and Chaos, that's why. Because I took off my resistance augments and never put them back on. Alright, I think I'm going to have to go back to normal to get those. And suddenly it makes all the sense in the world as to why my little bony bros are falling over so constantly. Okay, we found them. I think I can go... Oh, we've only got one more fight before I can get it back here anyway. Still have to go get that last wagon. That's going to be really inconvenient. Okay, that's different. Just going to take a walk across an imaginary bridge. Yeah, so that's definitely what was happening. I'm going to have squishy skeletons for this next little bit here. Because I need to... Oh, this is one of the areas in the city that has a lot of mages too, along these battlements. In the Candle District, just in general, has a lot of mages. So I'm looking for mages, but also the last wagon. That'll show up on the map, so I'll keep an eye out for that. There it is. You can see it now. Do we go down here, or... No, we go down here, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. So yes, when I put the bloodied crystals on my rings, that was when I lost my... my augments. Actually, we're here now. I'll check for the mages? No, I'll check for the treasure trove over here. Nope, not in this particular spawn location. That's fine. We're done out here in the Candle District. I didn't see any more mages there, so we'll just go turn this in. Just doing my part. And now we have Old Maid over here to talk to.
I've spoken with
What's our plan? I will join the attack. Thank you for the hit points. This is really good. You know what? You can have all of this stuff. So that's level 85. Do we get anything good at 85? I don't think so. Okay, Nico here. I understand. Take good care of them. Thank you for the free stuff. There we go. Right, actually, do we have the... We may be able to buy them already. I might not need to go outside.
See anything you like?
No, not Hannah. Quartermaster. Yes, here we go. Okay. What is it called? Mender's powder. There we go. 1, 2, and just 2. Okay, so we should be a decent amount sturdier now when it comes to the pets. At least the skeletons. Let's just have a look at that, actually. So Aether and Chaos are kind of maxed. Vitality is maxed on the skeletons because we have this one here for 56% vitality resistance only on skeletons. So the big boys not got maxed vitality. Bleeding is almost always low on pet builds. You can get it on some items. For example, those shoulders that I just sold had some bleeding. So Cage Souls as a suffix on shoulders will give you bleeding resistance. But generally speaking, Pierce and Bleeding are the hard ones to get for pets. But it'll be fine. I shouldn't, at least in theory, lose many more skeletons in the entire city now. Shouldn't. I'm not going to say I won't. But last time I ran through Ultimate Malmouth, I think I lost 1 skeleton in the entire run through. So not having those resistances is what makes them squishy. And just for fun, I get to more or less stand here and just throw curses at things. I did lose a skeleton. Okay, so they're definitely not as tanky as they were last time I ran through. None of this, I think, is what I'm after. So we can just get ready to sell all this. Go talk to Inquisitor Creed again, and we can get going through the city. Alright, what's our next move? I will breach the gates. Absolutely, I can talk to your captain, no worries. And I will find the supplies for you. Alright, so we're back out into the city here. Let me get some more bony boys on the go. Usually the ones that are dying are going to be the basic melee skeletons. So realistically, ditching all of the items that let me summon more in one go will probably result in me having a stronger army. Because the weak ones die and then you resummon a handful, you're not resetting a whole bunch of them. So right now, every time I summon any amount of skeletons, I get 9. So I can't keep the better ones that are still alive, if that makes sense. Alright, we've got a few mages here. Spellbreaker. Nope, no hat. Well, it's unfortunate, but it's fine. I will get that hat. It's going to take me a little while, but I will get it. Maybe I'm just going to go hide me inside the building here. Health is definitely up there now, though, so I can probably tank that at least for a little while. No mages over here, but these things are worth killing for the Aether Shards. And sometimes clusters. So that's always fun. Okay, on normal, I would have dove into this and just kind of been fine. But we're not on normal anymore, so I'm going to hang back and let the boys handle it. I say as I just walk into a whole bunch of goop on the ground. That's fine, we got through it. Okay. This looks really cool, the prismatic shield from the gloves. I say as it disappears. Okay, turtle shell rank up. It's getting very close to max rank. I think 25 is the max rank for that, and that's going to give me a 6,000-ish point shield on my health bar. So, happy to see that. Bigger shield is obviously better. I believe getting more ranks in it also reduces the cooldown. So, bigger shield more often. There's my 8th cluster from those things. Okay, and we are coming up to probably the most seriously dangerous part of the city of Malmouth. Let's just send Vivian back to town, and we'll let Richter here tell us that he's choosing to die in the street. That's fine, you could go die in the resistance hideout with your wife, but nope. Nope, that's fine, you want to die in the street. No problems. Alright, this is probably the most dangerous part of the city. This corner just up the top here. Fortunately, it also comes with mages, so I'm just going to kill a few of these boxes, and I don't see any of them. Oh, here we go. Here come the mages. So this building here is full of mages, and we can kill a few of them. It does look like they're slowly coming out. Just lure them away. I don't want to fight all of this at once if I got the big spawn. It does look like I did not, though. You can get Fleshweaver, what's-his-face, can spawn here, and he always spawns with friends, so this is a good place to die. This building here, usually this room at the bottom, and sometimes up here as well, will have some mages. I don't see any at the moment, so I'm just going to push forward here. And we can see about getting some mages elsewhere. Send that back to town. Push the buttons that make the pets do damage, and keep going forwards. Alright, I'm going to try something new here. Normally I would go to the left here, I would get the Exalted Stash, I would clear out the Black Iron Docks door. I'm going to skip that this time, we'll do that when we come back for the Black Iron Docks. So this is another place where there's usually a decent number of mages on this bridge. This is kind of far away from, well, anything, and so I don't recommend farming here. Definitely duck in here for the free loot though. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. There it is. Dreadwalk Arraignment. Okay, that could be interesting. It's definitely not. The proc on the 4 set is pretty good. Anyway, free stuff. Everybody loves free stuff, right? Okay, we don't need to go into the lighthouse because we don't need the devotion points. However, I'm going to do something that I usually regret not doing later on down the line. And I'm going to go blow up the gate there. Because I don't think I'm going to use it, but I might. And if I don't blow it up, I am going to want to use it. And then I won't be able to. So we're just going to run down there and blow that up. So as later on, when I don't need to use it, I will have it open. Alright, we're going to also rescue... I think it's Hiram here. Okay, getting a bit of a beating. Fine, we'll just back off. My finger on the healing potion button. Don't seem like I need to use it, so that's good. Okay, 8th cluster there. I've got 13 of those. I could maybe start using some. Alright, Hiram. If that really is your name. What is that? Marcus. Okay, there's someone just standing downstairs. That's fine. Here we go. Hiram. Get you to safety. Get in the rift gate. Okay. Let's fight our way up here. I am going to get the Exalted Stash just kind of north... what's that? Northwest? Northwest of here. I'll do my usual trick. That looked like mages. That was mages. Alright, get them, boys. Daddy needs a new hat. Okay, so my normal trick here is I drop a rift gate, and then I push forward, and then I'll come back later, and I'll be able to Rift gate here. Fine. And then we'll just run up the road a bit. Grab the bomb. Do this here fight. Okay, maybe retreat a little bit. So I don't die. Who are you? Warble the reflective. Okay. Should be alright with him. Blow the gates up. There we go. And we're in. Ooh, 8th shot. Alright. We've got the rift. Let's talk to old mate. I'll take care of the vents. That's level 86. Thank you for the hit points. What else we got to do? I think we just go back and get the free loot, basically. And actually, I should go and do... Is it Vivian? Ivana? Ivana, I think. Ivanka? Ivana? I forget her name. Anyway, we'll go talk to her. We'll get this quest as well. I usually skip this one. Yvonda, there we go. Okay, I'll find your note. I happen to know exactly where it is. I was standing pretty much on top of it at the time. Okay. There it is. On the very screen I just left. Not really surprising, since getting to it is the mental trigger that triggered me going to get it. Okay, we've got the memory. You can set this up so as you get both rewards, but yeah, I'm almost certainly not going to bother. Alright, I'll come back for this. We have to go out the back here to get the Exalted Stash.
I can't do that yet.
Which is here. What do we get? The Mark of Divinity. Okay. I'll have a look at that here in a second. Almost certainly not using it. In fact, I'd tell you right now I'm not going to use it. Where are we? Here we go. So, Mythical Mark of Divinity. Less damage from ethereals. Pile of extra health. Some regen. Max elemental resistances. Master of Death. And activates... it's got a circuit breaker on it as well. This is not bad. It's not bad. It's one of those items that just screams, this is a hardcore item. Because no one would use that in softcore. Oh, hello. You need to die. Everybody kill him, please. Make that guy dead. Okay, we'll rescue Nadia. Shove her into a rift gate. And we are done there. So let's go talk to Yvonda. We can give her her memory back. Got a few other quests to talk about. It looks like maybe Captain Wilfer. Yep, here's your note. What did you lose? Okay, good luck. Thank you for the reputation. How are we looking on reputations, actually? All of these honored ones. Coven is revered, that's good. Is everyone honored or better have a little plus next to their name? Except the outcast. Yeah, it's kind of, who cares about the outcast kind of thing. Alright, and Captain Wilfor has another little bit of a chat to have. And Corinia is going to do Black Iron Docks. Yes, okay. Let's go get the Black Iron Docks. Why not? It's kind of close. It's not really kind of close, but we'll just pretend it is. Alright, I think maybe we let the boys clear some of the rubbish out of the way. All my skellies are alive. Everybody's happy. Good to see. Alright. More Malmouth reputation. Love to see that. And I think we'll just head on over to the Black Iron Docks. Clear that out. Do we have... Where are we? Malmouth Resistance. We are honored. So we should have the quest for the council. Which is in the last area. So we can get that on the way to What's his name? Theoden. Alright. Give me my free dynamite. And drop me a really good book. Need some light reading. He did not drop me a good book. Actually, that is a pretty good book as far as they go. It's just not one that I'm interested in. Alright, send the boys to take care of this rubbish, and I'm going to take care of this barricade, and then the loot behind it. And we got Ulzone's Torment. Not really something I'm terribly interested in, but hey, free purples. What was it actually? It's a belt. Is it a belt? I thought it was a belt. Now I can't see it. Ah, it is a belt. There we go. Flat fire damage, percent fire and lightning. Yeah, pretty much stuff you would expect from Ulzone. Okay, so our mission in here is to kill everything that moves. And everything that doesn't move, we'll kill that too. Ascended Source is not the helmet that I want. Ascended Conduit is also not the helmet that I want. Although, of Cage Souls is not bad. Definitely not what I'm after though. Yeah, I think we have some friends coming from outside just here as well, so we may have to deal with them. They might have turned back. Nope, nope, here he is. Vigorous of the Wild. It's not bad. I think we're good for elemental resistance, so got the aura from the bird with some Eliraz on it. Alright, at this point I'm going to turn the loot filter off. I don't want to see items until after we're finished with this fight. This is... it's a fun fight, I guess. Basically a bunch of waves. You saw this back in normal difficulty. I think there's 5 waves. The last one, or the second last one, potentially has an arcane hero in it. So I definitely want to be killing him pretty quickly. Look out for him. Have pet attack on a button. Just so you can send the boys after him particularly. Okay, Plague Bearer, don't care. Taking a bit of damage. I'm probably standing in something. Yep, here we go. So we've got Arcanus, who I've already killed this session. So he's just decided that he's going to show up from the dead. Stormfist also being painful. And here's me taking a whole bunch of damage. These guys being big and tanky, they tend to last a little while. Alright, I think we're done. Yep, we are done. Clear out the last few dregs up here. We can turn the loot back on now. And what did we win? Chains of the Hungering Void. Okay. The Burning Purifier is a nice two-handed gun. And that's kind of it. None of this is going to be any good for me, I'm sure. I saw a couple of pet affixes, but these are shoulders, which I'm about to replace anyway, so no thank you. Just grab these and go turn this back in. That is where I'm going to end today's video. So if you'd like to stick around to see me eating my conversation pie here, then we're pretty much done. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.